loves, welcome back for another video. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Ashley, and today we're going to be doing another hair tutorial. So this is going to be a start to finish slay featuring the company WOWEbony. They sent over this gorgeous lace wig, and of course you know I had to go in and make her look super beautiful. So as for starters, this is the packaging. Of course, as always, you get this box, and inside you have all their custom packaging. This is the wig here. She's nicely packaged and protected. You also get your elastic, and they give you instructions on how to install that, as well as wig caps. So the wig itself, of course, is pre-styled. This color is a number 227 for ombre lace wig. This is the inside. As you guys can see, it already came with an adjustable elastic band in the inside, and this one's not the bra strap one. It's the kind that you kind of like pull on one side and you kind of make it tighter that way. I went ahead and added a wig cap to my own head, and then I just was literally able to put the wig on straight out of the pack, and this is what she looks like. So I love wigs that are pre-styled. Again, this one came pre-colored, and it came you know, with curls already added, but of course to walk out like this will definitely not work if you really want to slay. So the day I put this on, I kind of wanted to get a feel for it. A lot of the times when you get wigs that are pre-colored, they shed a lot and all of that, so I wore it for a day just without an actual install, just to get a feel for it, and then the next day we're going to come back and install, and of course that's all in the same video. So you guys can see it is pre-plucked. They did not bleach the knots, but you can see how nicely it's plucked. You definitely don't have to pluck anything out at all. So this here's going to be a quick hack of what I do, my little hat wig hair situation. When I need a wig, a fresh wig to put on, but I don't have time to actually install it. Because this one was pre-plucked and I opted to not bleach the knots, I just went ahead and cut off all the excess lace. We're literally going to just like brush her and like tuck her behind my ears, put a hat on. And I took my kids out for a day of fun to go play and have lunch at Giggles and Hugs. And they had a ball, and no one knew that this wig was literally sitting on top of my head. Now, because this one is a glueless lace wig, I did not have to bond her down, and as you guys can see, the lace is laying flat on my hairline, and also it's not going to slide or move much at all. This is what it looks like when you brush it. The curls kind of come together and you know, they create this beautiful wave. The hair I just pulled out was literally from cutting the excess lace, so I am going to bond her down just to be a little bit more safe and secure. The plan was to come back after playtime and lunch and install, but of course hashtag mom life, got 3 little kitties now, so I definitely ran out of time and had to finish up the next day, but you know, that's just how it goes. So you guys can see once you bond it down, it makes it look even better. Of course you got to go ahead and finesse and, you know, baby hair and all that, but just for it to literally be bonded down and nothing else, I would say it doesn't look bad at all. This is a little bit of serum. Again, I don't want to look like I have on a synthetic wig or anything crazy. I want to look like, you know, I just chose to wear a wig for the day. So we're going to end the styling here for this part of the video, and I went ahead and just threw on a quick hat. I'm kind of showing you the detail and the fullness of the hair and how the parting goes. So of course we're going to slay, but first we're going to put on my favorite, absolute favorite hat and go play. So this is the next day, and of course you know, I took a shower, kind of ran around, ran errands, slept on it and all that. So I did go in and touch up the adhesive and just spray a little bit of that got to be glued to make sure it was bonded down and it wasn't going to lift. Now we're going to get into the actual styling. So one thing I love is when a wig has extra parting. I love full lace wigs. I love wigs with 6 inches of parting space or more, but this one here definitely felt a little bit short on that end. So I did go back and just see if I could squeeze out a little bit more. I probably got like maybe 1/4 of an inch more, if that, of parting space more, but literally everything counts for me. I'm using a wax to go ahead and brush all of this down. I want everything to be flat. I want it to be smooth. I want it to all be cohesive. I want to make sure that you cannot see any tracks or anything like that. So I just brush it down, and of course I attack it with that heat, and I pretty much just go ahead and press out the roots all the way around to make sure everything looks super good. Now we're going to go ahead and make baby hair. You guys can see I told you guys this wig was pre-plucked. Even though the knots are not bleached, that looks pretty awesome if you ask me. It's not too light as far as the lace goes. Of course, it's not my exact skin tone, but the fact that the knots are not bleached, but they did pre-pluck it and it looks this good, it's pretty darn amazing if you ask me. So I just selected pretty much like sparse pieces around the hairline, went ahead and trimmed it super short to make baby hair. Kind of take my time with this and just make sure that I have all the hair that I want cut short, and then we're of course gonna swoop the baby hair. If this baby hair is too short or too long for you, obviously, you know, use your discretion and pretty much follow along, but also, you know, include your style and your personality to make your unit your own personality unit. So if you don't want to use scissors, go ahead and use like an eyebrow razor to cut off your lace and also to trim down the baby hair. Scissors usually works best for me just because that's what I learned with and that's what I've been using the longest, so I'm just pretty much used to it. Now you guys can see the way I trim the baby hair. This is the, you know, baby hair that I got when I swooped it. If you want your baby hair to look different, obviously, you know, do something different. I do have a store. I just created a store on Amazon. Pretty much everything that I love, everything that I use to install my wigs is all in the store. So sometimes I will forget certain things in certain videos, or like if I'm doing a curly video, I may not put the hot tools you know, in the description bar, or if I'm doing a straight hair video, I might not put my curly products. So the Amazon store pretty much has everything I use all around, no matter what type of wig I am rocking. I do have a few more things to add to it, but make sure you check it out. It'll always be linked in the description bar right above all of the products. I also will in detail link the products that I used one by one, as far as like the adhesive, the foam lotion, the wax stick, the curling iron, the electric hot comb. All of that is down below and as well in the Amazon store. Whenever you're doing a hot style with a hot tool or a heated style like curls, waves, whatever you may be doing, be sure to use a heat protectant. I'm also going to trim down a little bit of baby hair in the front, or not baby hair, bangs in the front. I don't know what I did. I'm definitely not a professional with bangs, but I did like the way these came out, although I was very displeased that for some reason I had a horrible issue with curling them. The rest of their hair curled amazing. I'm not sure if it's because I cut the hair or if I'm just curling wrong. I definitely still have a lot of work to do when it comes to curling. Sometimes I just don't get it, but as you guys can see, I did curl, and I'm gonna curl all of the hair. I use this curling iron for the big pieces in the front, and I'm going to use the wand curler for all of the rest. So go ahead and follow along as I do that. Also, I might as well mention that the length on this hair is 20 inches. I did mention in the beginning, but this is a ombre highlighted wig. It is the color 2, 27, and 4. So the ends are a number 2, the middle is a 27, and the top is a 4. And it's 20 inches in length. Also, this one comes same day shipping. So if you order today, you'll definitely be able to have it shipped and get tracking same day, which is super awesome. awesome. I believe I received my wig in about 2 to 3 business days, so that's super awesome. You'll have it within like 3 days max. And then they also offer size small cap and size medium. This one is a medium, and because it has that elastic, it fit perfect, but a small would be super snug and fit even better. So here we are adding powder to the parting. This is pretty much always my last step. I absolutely love using powder. Now the tricky thing about powder is what powder works for one wig may not work for others. As I showed you a little bit earlier in this video, the lace on this one did protrude a little bit red on my complexion. So adding my contour powder on top of that, it still was a little bit red, so it did not match my hairline perfectly. Sometimes the lace is too light, and when I put it the same powder on it, the lace looks too light. Literally, it depends on the lace what color you get in the end. So it is a good idea to have different powders available. That's why I use this palette here. Also, you may want to get the palette in like different shades. Sometimes my foundation color works, sometimes my contour shade works, sometimes I need something a little bit lighter. It's all different, you know, different times. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with this look. Let me go ahead and grab a wide tooth comb and just comb the curls out. Now, as you guys seen, this wig did come with curls in it, and I really could have just left the curls that it had, but I don't know. It's kind of funny because whenever I get a wig that already has curls in it, I kind of feel like the curls always look like synthetic wig curls. I don't know why, but majority of the time I do. So even if you don't really want to like curl the entire wig because it did come pre-styled, I like to take a couple big chunks and just curl either in the opposite direction, or if it's in the same direction, like in a different size, so that if the curls are like this big, I'll just curl a few like fatter pieces just to break up that box curl pattern. And as you guys can see, this looks so much better. I do wish that they would have bleached the knots or made the parting a little bit further back. As you guys can see, I added powder. It's a little bit red, but that's okay. If I bleached the knots, I would not have had to add the powder, but I did kind of add a little bit of baby hair to go ahead and you know, like camouflage the parting or whatever. And I think this looks amazing. Like if you do a side by side of what the wig looked like straight out of the pack and what it looks like now, it looks 100 times better. And that's the thing about when you get like blonde or brown colored wigs. Again, when it comes with that like box curl and like a shorter parting space, it definitely makes it look a little bit more synthetic, especially if the knots are not bleached. But you guys see, I just did a few simple steps. Literally just bonded the wig down, came back the next day, just trimmed down a little bit of baby hair and like literally did minimal. And then there was like maybe like a 1/4 of an inch that I could part a little bit more, so I did that. Laid this down a little bit more flat and just did some huge curls. Oh, and I did kind of add a little bit of layer for a little bit of a touch around the front, but Again, this was just minimal work to make the wig look amazing. Now I kind of feel like it's like a faux Beyonce kind of look. Almost not completely, but like kind of similar to the curl or color that she likes to do. Definitely not exactly what she does, but you guys know what I mean. I feel like this can be pulled off and is actually really gorgeous opposed to what it looked like before. So you guys can see it takes just a little bit to make a wig straight out of the pack look amazing, and like you literally custom colored it yourself. So let me know what you guys think of this one. Again, she did come from WOWEbony, and again, it just took like 5 or 6 easy steps to go ahead and style her. Again, you can wear her straight out of the pack, but just adding a few curls will give it your own little personality. So again, let me know what you guys think. All the details on this wig, including a link, are in the description bar, as well as links to everything that I used. I also created an Amazon store, which will make it a little bit easier. So when you go to the description bar, you'll see where it says like products reviewed or products mentioned. There's a link there that will take you to my Amazon store, and that's where I pretty much will keep all my must-have stuff for doing my wigs. So like my wig caps, my foam lotion, my adhesives, everything I use to install my wigs is pretty much in that store, as well as like also like my camera equipment and all that, like basically all my must-have items. So I'm definitely going to add a few more items to that. Let me know what other things you want to see in my Amazon store as far as like must-haves around Amazon, because that is my favorite place to shop. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Smooches!